are now the best generation ever raised for mankind. Fasting is not new to Islam. It is indeed as old as Adam alaihissalam. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin Sayyidina wa maulana Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in, amma ba'd. All praise is due to Allah. Praise be to Allah who completes blessing and reward. Salawat and greetings kept us convey to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his servant and his messenger. You are witnessing a blessed month and great season in which Allah guides us to the good deeds. Ramadan is the month in which Quran was sent down as clear guidance and judgment to all people. It was narrated that the Prophet said, "The month of Ramadan has come to you as a blessing in which Allah covers you with His mercy, remits sins and answers du'as. Allah sees your competition in good deeds. Thus, you should show goodness in yourself to Allah." We as Muslims fast in the month of Ramadan simply because Allah has commanded us to do so. Allah says in Surah Baqarah, chapter number 2, number 103, A'udhu billahi minash shaytanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ya ayyuhalladzina amanu kutiba alaikumus siyamu kama kutiba alal ladzina min qablikum la'allakum tattaqun. All who believe, fasting is prescribed to you as it was prescribed to those before you, that you may learn self-restraint, taqwa. Allah shows that fasting was observed by the people who came to the scene before the Muslims, and so it is those who lived aforetime as well as for the Muslims who are now the best generation ever raised for mankind. Fasting is not new to Islam. It is indeed as old as Adam alaihissalam, who was the first creature and the first Muslim to submit to Allah. We will know the reason why fasting was prescribed, which is taqwa. Taqwa means giving up haram things, and in general terms includes both doing what is commanded and abstaining from what is forbidden. Based on it is important for the one who is fasting to carry out religious duties and avoid haram things in word and deed. Fasting is a practice that involves a restriction of food or drink intake for any period. Fasting is a prevalent approach to weight loss and is feasible method for treating some disease such as type 2 diabetes. Meanwhile, the effect of fasting on health, aging, the disease process are interesting issue. Fasting has been studied for their ability to improve psychological indicators related to health. Some of these factors include insulin sensitivity, blood pressure, atherogenic lipids, body fat, and inflammation. The compiled results show a variety of metabolic and psychological adaptation that occur from fasting. From a general perspective, this includes the change in the metabolic pathways to create energy for the body. Glucose and fatty acid are the main energy sources for cell. After a meal, glucose is used as energy and fat is stored in adipose tissue in the form of triglycerides. During fasting, triglycerides are broken down into fatty acids and glycerin to provide energy. Then the liver converts fatty acids into ketone bodies, which provide the main energy source for many tissue, especially the brain. In the fat state, the blood ketone body level is low, while in the fasting state, fasting involves a radical change in cellular psychology and metabolism. Blood glucose normally provides the body with sufficient energy through glycolysis. During a fast, maintenance of blood glucose level initially release on glycogen stores in the liver and skeletal muscle. Glycogen is made up of a chain polymerase glucose monosaccharides that are used for energy by the process of glycogenolysis. Most glycogen is stored in the liver after fasting for around 24 hours. Glycogen stores are depleted, causing the body to utilize energy stored from adipose tissue, and protein stores the drastic change in metabolism that follows. Glycogen depletion is primarily dependent on the metabolism of triglyceride stores in adipose tissue. Triglycerides are spread into free fatty acid, glycerol that the liver respectively converts into the ketone bodies and glucose. Ketone bodies made from free fatty acids through the process of ketogenesis. These ketone bodies travel through the body and reconvert back into acetyl-CoA at the tissue requiring energy. In addition to adipose catabolism, protein catabolism through the process of glyconeogenesis simultaneously takes place in times of fasting. Glyconeogenesis produces glucose from amino acids broken down from various tissue including muscle. After glycogen stores become depleted, the dependence of body tissue for glucose gradually decline as ketone bodies from more readily available to metabolism. In summary, fasting not only leads to negative emotional states such as irritability, but also positive psychology experience such as a sense of reward, accomplishment, pride, and control. Fasting can improve human health. There are still many issues that need to be further studied and clarified. Applicable population, long-term complicable, and safety. We know a lot of the effect to our body if we are fasting, especially in Ramadan month. May Allah accept all of our goodness and forgive all of our mistakes. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina adzabannar. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Come and join us.